Episode 7 of Season 7 of the Tom and Friend Storytime Alley, and now definitely upon it. In the last episode, we talked about episode number 6 of Thomas' new friend that was really a made up friend that Thomas made up, Alley. His name was, you know, Jeffrey. That you're probably wondering who is Jeffrey Alley, and he was one of the characters off of Victor Tanzik's YouTube channel in the good old stories of Sodor, which is pretty much that, Alley. Anyway, in this episode of Thomas and Friend Storytime, we are gonna be reading the story of Thomas Goes Crash, based off of the story of Thomas come to Breakfast Alley, which I know all of you have pretty much have seen. Give me a minute. Now I think I'm better. Now I'm better. Alright. Oh, I forgot to say the line, Alley. So, hop on board and explore the island of Sodor with everyone number one friend, Thomas the Tank Engine. This story tells about I thought I could manage without my driver. I set up by myself one morning and quickly I rolled into trouble. Well, accordingly. Thomas the Tank Engine worked on the Back Controller Railway for many years. He had two carriages by the name of Annie and Clarabelle, and he owned his very own rant line. Thomas was a really useful engine. One day on Solor, Thomas was busy at work. He docked at Wellsworth Station, just the right place. You could almost mention without me, Thomas laughed at driver. Thomas felt proud. He didn't know that what his driver was only joking. Sorry. I don't need a driver anymore, Thomas wrote in the shed that night. Don't be silly, Percy Alley. I never go anywhere without my driver, said Toby. I'll be too frightened. Well, I'm not scared, said Thomas. You will see. The next morning, Thomas woke up early. I'll show the silly Timmy, he smiled. My driver said I don't need him. I can go out by myself. Then I stopped and leaped and to wake them up. Thomas rolled forward very, very clear, but really he was only moving because someone had forgotten to put his brake. Thomas tried to leap, but he couldn't. He tried to stop, but he couldn't. Yet he kept rolling along. Straight ahead was the station master's house. The station master was inside, about to have breakfast, Alley. Send her an hatchet, cried Thomas, and he shut his eyes and crashed. The house rocking with glass mattering. Puddle and dust flew everywhere. The station master was furious, and it white with cross too. Look at our breakfast, she said. Now we have to make some more. The workmen clambered and popped up the house with drawn pole, darling, and they laid rail through the garden. Thomas felt terrible. He didn't dare say it was a word of the work time. Soon Donald and Douglas arrived. Don't worry, Thomas. We'll get you back on the rail, they call. Uh, mm. Puffing hard, they haul Thomas to safety. Thomas, Thomas and Butler Alley were bending and bit alley, and bent were sticking to him. The twin laughed as they steamed away. Thomas was within the grate. The Bat Controller came to see him. What a lot of trouble you have caused, he boomed. I'm sorry, sir, said Thomas quietly. You must go to the steamwork and be mended, the Bat Controller went on. Yes, sir, Thomas signed. Meanwhile, Diesel will do your work, the Bat Controller told Thomas. Diesel, sir? Thomas Leonard. Diesel stayed in their shed alley until they needed the Bat Controller lane. They never roll up to breakfast in Station Master's house. Thomas set off to the teamwork in Sadler and a wider engine. He had learned two things: never to leave the shed without a driver, and then that breakfast alley was not for engine. Well, I guarantee everyone, Thomas did learn his lesson. Thomas did learn his lesson not to leave without a driver alley, so and go through House alley and having breakfast alley, which is not a good idea, alley. Well, there you have it, folks. That was the story of Thomas Goat Crack, featuring from the story of Thomas Come to Breakfast Alley, and also everything else, Howling. What will happen in episode number 8 of season 7 of the Tom and Friend Story Times series? Well, that is a story for another day.